All right, welcome back. This is going to be phase one of my Ultimate Media Center build. So the vintage video corner is coming down because um, I was given a free sectional. They haven't delivered it yet, and this is going to come down to be put in that corner. Also, these shelves were not deep enough to hold the stuff, and most of it hung over. So pulled that down, and we're moving that. On this side, I have my audio slash stereo setup. We're going to consolidate this as well. And then over on this side, I have this entire unbroken wall. And so this is going to be the Ultimate Media Center. Phase one is going to be the TV. So what I have right now is our old drop leaf table. And as you can see, there is nowhere to put anything else. I can't put the 360 on it or the Blu-ray player or anything really. So we are going to take care of this. This is going to be phase one, although it really could be called phase two since I'm just moving the shelves over. But for now, we're just going to stick with phase one because this is video one. And then I'm also going to take the old Toshiba TV. It will end up in the garage. I'm going to take the LG out of my bedroom since I haven't gotten around to moving the one in the garage yet or doing anything more because it decided that it wanted to be winter out of nowhere. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get this taken apart and moved, and then we will go from there. All right, so let's do a check-in here. I was going to time-lapse it, but this is ended up being, as usual, extremely frustrating and confusing and hasn't really been worked on like with continuity. So it's not really been time-lapseable. But this is where we are right now. It looks better on video than I think it does in person, but it's about typical for something that I do. For whatever reason, if you've watched my videos before, I've said it before, I can't cut a straight line even with a fence. It's still not, and there are some gaps. Even with a tight blade saw, it still rips it. Trying to put these shelves level side to side and back to back is very difficult. Of course, I don't have any help. And you just end up with like this. I tried 4 times to get that, and no matter, I could hold it tight, but then when I tried to put the bracket in, it would shift back out no matter what I did, and it's just going to have to live like that because it's not anything that I can change. This down here, I'm going to have to figure something out with finishing nails. It was very important to me to not have any face screws, because usually that would have face screws, screwing it into the underneath supports. Really tried hard to not do that this time. And for up here, angle brackets holding the connection in. And then we've got our dual supports here for our shelves, which I've got to, you can see that moves. I've got to throw an angle bracket on each of those. At the back, I did tack a screw in, which made it a lot easier to set everything else up. Menards wants $25 for a hole saw, so I just picked up a 1.5 spade bit for $6. That will give me enough space to run the cords that I need to run. So I'm gonna take this last one and cut it up to do second shelves, and then I'll have to buy another one. I did just end screw the shelves in, and then I'm gonna get another long piece and put it on the side to mask that. And then that'll also give me a rail to go up so that I can eventually put a bridge across the top for display. If I decide to do that, I haven't decided yet. Now, for all its frustrations and my usual issues, One of the big ones that continues to be frustrating is reading a tape measure. It will always be like 21 1/8 and 2 lines. I've had people try several times to correct that, and 5 seconds later it's gone. Like, my brain will never understand, and I don't know why. But it's just something that I've accepted. Like, it's always going to be 22 1/4 and 2 lines. Like, that's all it's going to ever be. I will never I even have a tape measure that's marked, which it's out in the garage, with 3/8 and 5/16 and all. I will never, even then I can't. Plus the ability to forget the measurements for a shelf, literally from the time of taking the measurement in here to walk out to the garage and cut it and completely forgotten it. Was that 23 1/2 or 23 or 23 and 2 lines? I never will remember it. And of course I am way too old to have anybody take me seriously for dyslexia testing. So I'm a big advocate for get your kids tested early if you think there's a problem, because even if they come back no issue, that on their record will help them later in life drastically. So what I want to do, this is not just going to be the 55-inch flat screen. I also want to have the stereo equipment and a CRT on it for my vintage stuff. So this is just the first one. I'm going to put a second one over here in this corner. What I haven't decided is if I want to do a bookshelf or two in that corner, or if I want to just run, you know, the 15-inch table all the way across. That decision will be made after I put the TV on here and see how much space I'm actually working with. I don't think it's going to be as much as I think it is, but we'll see. So, yep, that's where we're at. So I'm gonna break for some food and cut that last board up and get wrapped up for today. All right, so we are effectively done. At least I'm calling it done. I threw a temporary piece in for a spacer so I can put my end piece when I pick it up, hopefully tomorrow, right into position without having to readjust anything. So we are set up. We have plenty of room for whatever we want to do. So time to put the TV on it and see what that looks like. So it has all kinds of holes and pore cuts and all the normal stuff for something that I do. It drives me up the wall, but I've been trying for years to do better, and it always ends up the same. And screaming "do better" at me doesn't mean anything to me. People have tried that for years. So this is what we got. I've got $110 in this. Absolutely could not get anything anywhere near this size or this capacity for that price, which is why we do this. Because even if I try to get somebody to custom build something, what I get is, "That's stupid, I'm not doing that. You need to have a better design, because nobody builds what you want. It's what HGTV says you should have." So welcome to post 2015 anything. So, okay, next step's gonna be load it up. See how it looks when it's full. All right, we've made pretty good progress. Yeah, that works. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this video for phase 1. So there's still some things to wrap up here. Number 1, I've got to wire stuff. This side is the HDMI generation that hooks to the big TV, and this side is the retro that hooks to the CRT. I did not realize that the CRT is about that much overhang. It would probably be all right, but I don't want to just let it overhang because I really don't want to risk it falling off. So what I will do, haven't 100% sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to cut a more accurate piece for it to sit on, and I'll like screw this into the top. That way it can sit far enough forward for cables to pass through behind it. And then I don't have to worry about the TV getting bumped and falling off. and because this just sticks out too far. Outside of that, I've got to decide what I'm going to do with this corner. I know I want to put my music stuff there. I just have to decide if I want to push 15-inch all the way to the corner. So I think it'll have like a little bit of overhang. It wouldn't have much. So I may just run 15 on in to the side here. Keep it consistent, and then I'll be able to put my audio stuff over there and maybe store like the XT or some other cool stuff over there on the corner. So that's probably going to be phase 2. I did get the movie shelves set up. I don't know that I will leave box sets up top because that is a bunch of wasted space and I do have all my boxes. But on the other hand, these are only 6-inch deep shelves for movies, so the box sets do kind of work better. I'm thinking what I might do on this side is space the shelves far enough apart that I can put console boxes underneath, and then that will keep from like an open empty shelf when I have extra space. So I might do that. I don't know. We'll get to that when I have the money and energy and time to put that together, though I don't want to wait too terribly long. But I got to take some measurements. That's probably going to be 8-foot boards, which I'm not sure if I can get in the car or not. So, we'll just have to play with it. See what we come up with. So that is what I have for right now. So thanks for hanging out and building, and we will catch you on the next one.